Hello guys, welcome to Marketing Skills course. Today we'll discuss the module 3 is about the segmentation, targeting and how to formulate and uh, discuss the marketing strategy. So this course offer uh, on Khalid Bana officials. Here the link and you can type Khalid Ban official on Facebook. You can go and enjoy the video. So as we discussed before, the segmentations and targeting, and we discuss again identify or define them again. The segmentation is a process of dividing potential customer into groups to be better understand them. As you see here in the picture or in this photo, um, segments B, segment C, and segment A, segment D. This is you have to divide your customers or your market into a specific group. Targeting is determining which segments are most likely to become a customer or directing marketing efforts to best satisfy them. You have to send specific ads or any uh, marketing campaign to a specific group or target customers. Here are the 5 criteria for a market. The first one, there must be true need and want for the product. And this means the service or idea may be recognized or unrecognized or sometimes bit as a talent. Also, the people or the customer must have ability to pay for the product. For example, where means acceptable to the marketers. Also, the customer must willing to buy the product. As well, the customer must have an authority to buy the product. This means there are many barriers for a specific market. For example, these barriers sometimes legal barriers, as cultural barriers, religions barriers, many things. Also, the size of the market. Okay, the customer must meet the previous criteria, must be large enough to be profitable for the marketer. So if you want to targeting any customer, you have to target the customer can make more profit uh, to your company or your business. The objective of segmentations, or why we segment uh, our customers, is to improve the organization understanding of who their prospective customers are and how to serve them. Also, to reduce the risk in deciding where and when and how and to whom a product or service or brand will be marketed. Increase the marketing efficiency by directing effort towards designate segments or designate segments in ways that are consistent with that segment's characteristics. How to choose the target market. The target market should include only those segments of markets that are both profitable to serve and likely to be receptive to the products a company provides. So you have to look for the market that will provide a profitability for your business, as well as the market can accept any kinds of products that your company provide. A common market segmentation approaches. There are many approaches, and these approaches, as we discussed in the previous module, but we can scan it here. For example, geographical approach. This depends on nations, states, and regions, and such depends on the areas. And about the demographic, this depends on genders, generations, family size, income, occupations, educations, and etc. And also psychographic, this depends this approach, okay, or the criteria of this approach will be based on lifestyles, personality, attitudes, and social classes. uh, Also we have another two approaches, like behavioral approaches. So here the user status can be a criteria, purchase occasions, sometimes the products based on some occasions. For example, the Korban Beram, um, the end of the year, the beginning of the year, some national days, and some products depends also or based on loyalty and readiness to buy. So some products also depends on decision maker, okay, based on decision maker making rule. For example, like the purchaser, influencer, and etc. Sometimes the organization size by uh, playing a great roles by revenue, number of employees, and geographical region, etc. For example, big organizations or the large organizations that cover around the cover that product cover around the world, like Apple, HEB, Microsoft. This has dominant in the world or in the market. Sometimes the user status also should be used as a usage of frequency, the volume used, the loyalty, longevity, products already in use, and readiness to buy, benefits sought, and use purchasing approaches. So the ideal market segments, or the best segment of the market, is depends on the markets that can be measured, and also the market that is a profitable market. It is stable, also about the stability. It's reachable, it can be easy to reach. For example, the distribution channels are available and simple. Internally homogeneous, that the market can uh, easily to homogeneous with other, for example, for the company products. It's externally heterogeneous, is responsive, or the company can accept or can accept any change in products. It's cost effective, that is not cost a lot of money or time to reach or any difficulties, and helps to determine the marketing mix based on the products, about products price and promotions, and their place or the market itself, the location. There are many questions to be considered in selecting a target segment. The first one is, whose need can best satisfy? These questions, it is very important questions must be or should be answered when you targeting the market or a specific group. The second, who will be most profitable customers? You have to divide your customers into a specific group depends on the profit, and you have to select the profitable customers or for your business. Can you reach serve each target segment effectively? So this is here depends on the distribution channels and even the responsive of the market. So are the segments large and profitable enough to support your business? This is a survival issue. If the market pro- uh, give you or you can earn a satisfied amount from the profit or enough to support your business, you have to go for. Otherwise, you have to give up and you have to redirect your strategy. Do you have the heterogeneous resources available to effectively reach and serve each target customer? This also should be in count. Targeting strategies. Many strategies you can use to target your customers. The first, for example, the mass marketing. This is the target markets that target everybody and everywhere. For example, Microsoft and Target and etc. Many. Differentiated marketing. You have to target a large group within a total market. So this is like the products that being targeted, for example, for a specific uh, countries or customers in specific countries. Niche marketing. This is the target market is high penetrations within a smaller specialized segments. So the penetration strategy, that strategy used to provide a product with sometimes less than the competitors, less price than the competitors. And micro marketing here, this you have to target an individual customers, like those companies or businesses that provide specific products or in sometimes software to a specific uh, organizations or company. Example for this as Groupon. We know the marketing elements is the as we say that the four P's: the products, promotions, and place and price. The products, the targeting criteria is what would make the ideal product for your target segment or target customer. You have to make a product some depend somehow on customer needs. What special features or capabilities are critical for this segment? When you target the customer depends on previous factor we said, so you have to put or you have to design the product depends have different features. What unique problem does your problem help them solve? Here we have to show your creativity in solving some problems or customer needs or wants. And you have to offer this product or service to help them to solve their problems. The promotion. Promotions is what are the best ways to get your target customers' attention. How to lead the campaigns or the campaigns that you use your advertising campaigns, okay, designing events, whatever. And what do you want this segment concept to remember about your products? So, what the kinds of brand or pictures you have to shape it in your customer minds? The place, where does the segments look or shop for your products? Even what's the best way to get your product to your target customer? How? Because you have to use your distribution channels. You want to offer this product in a target market in the direct market, or you have to sell these products on online and sending directly to the customers. So even the price, uh, what prices or price are your target customer willing to pay? This is, you have to design your product based on your customer capability, on the customer ability to pay for the products, and how much is too expensive, how much is too cheap. This is depends on customers, even as we uh, say, depends on the based on the geographical and psychographic factors. Those are shaping the marketing mix for the target market. Now we come to the marketing strategy. There are many uh, problems that face any startup business to fail because they are not choosing the proper way to formulate the marketing strategy and study market very well. Based on this side, there are many startup failure reasons can face any startup business without studying the market. And the questions, is it the marketing strategy? It is necessary and important. We will see top reasons startup fail, why they fail. But maybe the percentage of failure more than 100%. This is because there are often multiple reasons a startup fail. The first is no market needs. It scored 48%, 42%. Run out of cash. Not right team. Get out completed or out competed. Pricing and cost issues. You cannot put price, and even you cannot align the price and the cost. Poor product. Sometimes provide that products with different quality or poor quality. Need like business model. Poor marketing. Ignore customers. Product mistimed and lost focus. Disharmony on team or investors. Pivot gone bad. Lack passion. Bad locations. No financing, investor interest. Legal challenge. Don't use network advisors. Burnout. Failure to pivot. All these 20 reasons will lead any startup business or products fail in the market, because they are very clear here in these 20 uh, reasons. Many marketers or business ignore them, and at the fact, it is very important to study the market and study the products, even how to design the products, how to price the products, how uh, to understand the customer needs, and so on. What is strategy? When we say strategy, that means you have to design a way to achieve a specific goal with different uh, instructions. Don't say strategy and you have to uh, design your project without any study of the market. A strategy identify where we will compete. Study the competitors, the market and competitors. Determine which markets we will pursue, where we will sell our goods and services. Identify the target market. Focus effort on a specific target market. Tactics indicate specific actions that we will take in those markets. You have to design a short time strategies to gain the objectives and to run your business. A strategy describes the unique value for customers. Yes. When developing a strategy, the aim is to identify a unique benefits in the products or services that customer value and that differ from what competitor offer. If you make any differentiation in your products, so you will win the market, and even you provide the products depends on customer needs or depends or less price from the compared to your competitors, you will win the market. A strategy should define and clarify the unique value of the product or service. Also, tactics include the task of creating, delivering, and expanding the value. The strategy explains how the company assets will create a unique value. Yes. Here the questions: how do the company activities interact and reinforce one another? For an organization to define a strategy that creates a unique and valuable positions, it must bring together and align the various capabilities and resources of the business. Tactics are planned to reinforce the unique value, and even effective tactics or specific actions that should be taken must support the strategy in order for the customer to have a consistent experience with the product or service that aligns with the unique value that the company is seeking to deliver. If you use a proper way to deliver all the information and the product or service to the customer, so this is called an effective tactics. A strategy determines how the company will sustain a unique value. So when you provide the products, you have to keep to provide these products for longer, and even the unique. This depends on R&D or research and development department, and also using this unique value should be for a long time. Over time, competitors will try to eliminate the company's advantage or copy of areas where it is successful. How will the company continue to provide a unique value and protect or expand the area in which it has an advantage? And this is very difficult uh, things for the company to keep the differentiation for a long time. And this also depends on the talent, providing talents and providing some different product or service to the customers. As the company refines its strategy, sustain or expand its advantages, the tactics must also be adjusted to execute the strategy effectively. So, the mission. In formulating an strategy or marketing strategy, you have to have a very clear mission that you are going for. The mission statement explains why the organization exists or the goal of the organization. Effective objectives. Sometimes to achieve your missions, you have to set an objective. Those are specific, measurable, or can be measured, have a time frame. You have to achieve these objectives in a specific time. So, aligning annual company and marketing objectives. This means you have to achieve the company objectives annually or based on 12 months. Here some examples. The first example is the company objectives increase the profitability by 6% over a period year. Here that the company must use specific tactics to achieve these goals for 12 months. So the first one is the marketing objectives. Increase the average selling prices of the products from example this amount $186 to $198. Second marketing objective is to complete end of life process for the 3 products within the profit margins below 3% and of all these products. The third objective is to increase sales of star products 30% over the period year. These 3 objectives should be used to increase the profits of the company based on the desired profit. Example 2. If the company need to increase the market share in one key market by 4%, or the company need to expand its products in the market. The first objective is to implement a competitive positioning campaign relative to a key competitors. The second is introduce 2 new products to the market. If the company introduce any new products that should cover a new area in the new position in the market. The third one is introduce major enhancements in 2 product lines. When you upgrade or improve or any enhancements in the products that already in the market that will increase the market share of their products. The fourth one is to bring two new distribution partners on board to expand the coverage and new major market. So if you have three shops or if you have three markets that you offer your products, so you have to increase these markets or shops by example 2, 3, whatever. Implementation and budgeting. Implementations involve the tactics used to execute the strategy, and you have to implement the strategy in a short term or in the real time executions. Also, the implementation process emphasizes the timely completions of tasks. The marketing budget represents a plan to allocate expenditure to each of the components of the marketing mix. Return on marketing investments, or how to retain the money that you invest on marketing, and in different terms is called return on investment. If you invest any cost or price in the campaigns, how you can retrieve this cost. What were goal of the campaigns? These campaigns to get attention of your potential customer. How did the target customer influence the campaigns and the goal? And also, was it successful? What metrics were used to determine the success of the campaigns? It should be measurable. Here is something called SWOT analysis, and this depends on external and internal factors. SWOT, this acronym stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The external factors consist of the opportunities and threats, for example, technology, competition, economics, political, and legal and social trends. And internal factors, this depends on the strengths of the organizations and weaknesses of the business. For example, like the financial factors, technical factors, competition positions, human resource, or the experience that you have in your business products line. Here an example for SWOT for X college. For example, the external factor like an opportunity or in the market and the threat. For example, the opportunity examples like expand online programs. Now during this the coronavirus pandemic, so many of organizations and colleagues, they offer their products online. For example, creating custom programs. This is an opportunity, okay, for local employer. Credit for or prior learning. But the threat is reducing state funding, for example, and economic recovery, and some aggressive marketing by for-profit competitors. The internal factor that represent in strengths and weaknesses. In strengths like the bright, committed faculty and strong, trusted leaders, students' completion rates, student advising initiatives, and some community partners. And the weaknesses somehow it happen in aiding technology infrastructure and training for part-time faculty, nursing programs under capacity, and inefficient transfer process. Growth strategies. Each strategy entails a different level of risk. For example, market penetration, market development, and product development, diversification. What is the buyer persona? Buyer persona is a functional, generalized representations of an ideal customer that help a marketer understand the current and potential customer better. And we have something called the CRM, or Customer Relationship Management. This department should be any organization have this department. This is a discipline of marketing combining database and customer technology with the customer service and marketing communications. And customer relationship, this is seek to create more meaningful one-to-one communications with the customers for applying customer data, demographic, industry, and buying history, and etc. to every communications vehicle. So in CRM, these are departments that are responsible to contact with the customer and ask customer about satisfactions of products that customer buy or the customer willing to buy, and depends on the customer's demographics and different factors that help the organization to improve the products or service. And I think that's all we have today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you understood what I discussed, and we will see in the next modules. We will discuss more broader about or to get to be aware about all marketing strategy and how to formulate the strategy. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.